Muchos dealerships han hecho promesas que no cumplen. Aquí en Ford of Downtown LA es simple y fácil. Tenemos un programa que se llama el Fresh Start, que quiere decir nacer otra vez. Aquí te vamos a ayudar a que tengas poco de crédito, nada de crédito, mal crédito. Si no tienes licencia, no tienes número de seguro, tienes un ITIN, no hay problema. Nuestro banco, tenemos nuestro propio banco que dice aprobado. Recuerda, Ford of Downtown LA, deja que nosotros te enseñemos que es simple y fácil y te decimos aprobado.
There you go.
We have some new people on here.
Yeah, there is some new people.
All right.
More names to mess up.
This is the best that you could possibly ask for.
It's like Christmas in June.
All right. Oh man, it's been a while since I did this. Okay, so hi everyone.
Hi.
Hey.
This is the June Morons. This is the first season for Morons.
We hadn't already started the show yet.
First season.
No.
The first
Yeah.
first month.
The
of
first season
4.
Yeah.
Morons. Yes. Oh wow.
It's the first season 4.
This is great. I'm not even drinking this time. I'm just bad.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Speaking of people who are not bad, I would like to give a special shout out to our patrons. I might have to squint for this one. Give me a second. Nope, that didn't work. All right, we're gonna squint. All right. A special shout out to Riley White. Is that how that is? Riley? Riley? Please let us know.
You can open the file outside of Discord if you.
Oh, I did, and it
okay.
didn't like doing that.
I can see him.
Maybe my eyesight's just bad.
I'll just whisper them to you, and then you say
Okay,
them
whisper
loudly.
them to me.
Says,
Okay.
Riley White.
Riley
I'm not
White.
going to do this the whole time. No,
Okay, please, no, you have to do this the whole time. You committed to this bit.
I already closed it.
Kyle Munch, Lamb Sauce, Michael Cross.
That's much.
It's
Much?
It's a bit much.
Kyle Mutt. It is a bit
It's
much.
a bit
Kyle.
much.
Thank
It's
you,
definitely
Kyle.
no bit munch.
Lacey S, Garrett, James Ingram, Used Gearhead 01, Sarah C, Neri Kwok. I'm still not 100% if I get that, but I'm not going to change. Nick Mead, Sean Odell, Jeffrey Lee, and Patrick T. Arsenal.
Woo.
Thank you very much for your patronage. We greatly appreciate it.
It's
Yes, thank you for
Patronage.
Thank you for patronizing us.
Yes, your patronage.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for patroning us, and I will continue to patronize Max.
There you go. Yes, that's the magic. That's the sauce.
The lamb sauce.
The lamb sauce.
Now we got to include everyone else in the pun. So far.
Well, if you read it real fast, a lot of those names like rhyme, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Crisscross
All
lamb
right.
sauce. Yes.
We're all just
Crisscross.
picking it. We got silent, and we're all just trying to see what all
Trying to rhyme
rhymes.
with it.
Microcross lamb sauce.
Oh. All right. What rhymes with swamp?
Cat.
No.
Dom.
No.
Womp.
Womp. Yeah.
Womp.
Womp. Womp.
Yes. Thwomp.
Comp.
Calm.
All right.
Stomp.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, there
Stomp's
you go.
good. Stomp's good.
Glomp.
So if I remember correctly, at the end of season 3, Sarah went to go chase after Yamnul all ham-like, and then we pick up right from there.
Yes, that's what it says in the notes.
I know. That's why I'm reading it.
If you needed to remember the end of season 3, you just scroll up.
Scroll up.
Oh my God.
It's on the previous page.
I'm doing it for podcast sake. But yes, Yamnul is a liar, just like I knew. He was not on the level about who he was, so I'm glad about that.
And one of those,
His name's not even Yamnul.
one of those
Yeah, it
self-hating
is.
cats.
It's Yamnul backwards.
Loon May.
May.
Loon May.
And he's a cat, which
And he's
shows
a
why
loon.
he's so distrustworthy.
Oh yeah.
Or untrustworthy. Distrustworthy
Actually-
is not a word.
Distrustworthy is not a word.
Worthy
This is
of
random,
distrust.
but this is the time to do it. I took a trip to Wisconsin for a fishing trip, and one of the very favored birds over there was the loon, and I've never heard of a loon before. And a loon makes a very interesting bird call. I can't reproduce it.
I'm
but,
pretty
like,
sure at this point
every
you
t-
have to.
I
Yeah.
can't.
It-
There's no
it
way.
Set
sounds
it
like
up, you
this.
have to do it.
It's kind of like that, yeah. Like a little more high pitched though. Like,
I,
And, like,
I
every
actually
time-
have no idea what they sound like.
And
I just
every-
made that up.
and every time we heard it, like I always turned my head, like, what the fuck was that? And my buddy Charles was like, oh, that's a loon. I'm like, you didn't answer my question. What the fuck is that?
It may be a loon.
So, and there's like where we were in Mercer, there's this giant loon statue. It's like a bigger black spotted goose almost. Not as vicious though. They didn't attack us or anything like that. But I thought that was interesting. Anyway, tangent over. More tangents to come.
Line
Here's
number
the
2.
the very first thing that happened. Here's a tangent.
We're not even past the first bullet point.
Yeah. So Sarah chases Yamnul down the hallway. We, follow suit, chasing after them. Victor's a little bit speedier, and he sees Yamnul run into an invisible wall and fall on the ground. And by the time they all get there, Sarah is just berating him. And
I'm
I
happy
hit my
about that.
arm. Oh, that was later.
Hit your arm.
Well, that was multiple times.
Yeah, it was multiple times.
And we explained about what happened, and I'm no longer cured of star vampirism.
Well, no, you are now cured of star
Now,
vampirism.
yes.
You're not no longer cured.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like that didn't last long. In the past 5 minutes, it came back.
I'm not now never was a star vampire.
I have good days and bad days.
As do we all.
Mm-hmm.
But
You had a not crappy level up?
yes, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
A not
So we
crappy
went to go
level
level
up.
up after Sarah
I
said
don't
that
have-
she was
I-
going to go talk to Commander Straldak.
I don't have crappy level ups. All my level ups are great.
Well, Victor had a not crappy one. He got a
Yeah.
feat called Human Determination, which, even though he doesn't know that the feat he got was called Human Determination, and it was an exception because it's only a feat for humans, I felt good for him. I know Victor doesn't, but I know that he wasn't supposed to get that because he technically wasn't human. But
Well, I mean, you eat enough humans, you got the brain of a human,
yeah,
You got
you are what you eat.
humans.
it fits. He grew up as a human, so we bent the rule just a tiny bit.
Can we? I don't know why I'm all phased out for some reason. Anyway,
like your camera stopped focusing. Or
focus, please. Focus.
focus is great right up close to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Maybe
going
you
on
just
with
have
this
to
thing.
lean
It's
into
got a
the
mind of its
camera.
own.
Just yeah, there you go. Exactly like that.
But
All right, we gotta
what I was
continue.
But what I was gonna say is, Adam, can we include animal history now as a skill? Because that's amazing.
I was just looking at my sheet, and I guess I just didn't read the abbreviation very well.
I want to know the entire history of this chicken.
Animal hand. Animal
It
history.
says animal hand, and for somehow I just saw a history.
Animal hand is like palm reading, except you could do it with like paws.
Actually, you were
Like
thinking
you can tell fortunes and things to animals.
It might have been so abbreviated. It might have been like Annie Hiss, and so maybe I thought it was ancient histohistory, but it said ANI, so I said animal. I just completely misread the whole thing. And
I thought you were thinking Animal Han, as in like the Animal Han dynasty, and you were thinking of
That's
ancient
it.
China.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yes.
But then Julian gets a good level up. Feat.
Yeah, I took my new custom feat from the Cthulhu book, was the Mad Passion, which basically helps with being able to still cast spells while not being basically incapacitated. And then also allows me to roll, I think it was roll Yogg Sothory without proficiency debuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think so.
yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is nice.
No. You gained proficiency in the
Proficiency
Oh, yeah,
buff
you
is
gained.
like-
As soon as
and
you
you
start.
got the
was.
debuff, and then
Yeah.
Richard explained how I had misinterpreted the debuff for 3 previous seasons and had been giving myself a much higher disadvantage than I should have. Because
Buff
I'm
by way of
professional.
explanation.
I'm a
And now
professional.
Julian is extra spicy obsessed with his mech now.
Yes.
Yes, more on that later.
Yes. Also, I'd like to compliment myself on the beginning part of that sentence where I said Julian gets a good level up feat that he can explain better than Steven writing this summary.
Yes.
yeah. And he just did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
know if
All
he read that.
according to plan.
He just started going off. So
And then I make you ask if, talk about items that I want to create, because I had the ability to create another magical item. So I gave you them flying boots, them pumps.
Yep. It's a couple episodes later you give me the boots.
Mhm.
After we discuss what I would want.
Mhm.
I did not
It's-
want a
it's-
lightning javelin that works one time and then I have to go get it.
It was really cool though.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'd have thrown it at some of the stuff we've run into, I would not have gotten it back, and it would have just been a waste.
That's true. But I could have made you another one. I just have to basically I just had to turn it off and it stops existing. And I
Nah.
can make it again. It just takes 24 hours or something like that. Alistair, you meta magic adept. Is that that's a core one, right?
Yeah, it's in the PHP.
I never actually got real big into being a spellcaster in D&D, because there's so, with meta magic as being a thing now, there's so many different combinations.
Meta
of what you can
magic
do
is
for spells.
way simpler than it used to be, because they kind of ingrained it more into sorcerer. So even meta magic adept, you just get a really limited sorcerer point pool that you can use for meta magics. It used to be a lot more complicated because it involved changing the actual spell level of the actual spell, and then there were limitations on how you could apply them based on if you were a spontaneous caster versus a prepared caster. Yeah, it was definitely a lot more. Even casting, I would say, is a lot easier to comprehend now than it used to be.
Yep.
Still crap at it, but maybe I've learned. Maybe I won't. Maybe if the next character I play won't be a spellcaster. More on that later.
There are some options that you can do some minor spell casting or things that are kind of casting like.
Casting. I'm a casting adjacent. I'm casting curious.
And then
Oh,
Alistair,
Yeah.
he gets more information on Tulsa.
Yeah,
Yes.
because he likes reading Tulsa books. Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
And Tulsa
surprised
isn't
you
really
didn't, Richard.
helping or hurting anyone in particular.
Nope. Tulsa's just doing his own thing.
Just doing his
doesn't
thing.
really care about anybody or anything.
Yeah.
I'm told should deal with it.
That's a good shirt idea. I like that. Tulsa, deal with it.
Just Tulsa things.
Get rotated. And then Victor, you have a little trip. Victor's day out.
Yeah, Victor visits Dark City again. he goes to see Vic and gets, some sales coaching. It's like, oh, you got to do better than this.
You got to do better.
Can I help you out somehow? You're like, do you need a course?
Go to a seminar.
Drugs sell themselves. What's your problem?
The product sells itself.
Yeah, but I wasn't trying to sell it to anybody. I just
You just gave him money
him.
to be like, yeah, I sold. Here's 15
Totally.
monies. How much drugs does that buy?
I want what this is.
But he was very kind and encouraging, as kind and encouraging as, a businessman such as himself.
I mean, I
can be.
guess you could say that he sees a bit of himself in you.
Yeah.
You could say
Don't
that.
understand how that would be the case, though.
We retconned that I took Carl and I introduced him. It's like, this is my friend Carl.
This is my automobile friend.
He just looks at it. He's just like, okay.
And Victor also ran into Verspire in the garage and just had a chat, checked up on her. She's doing fine, doing her own thing. But he found out that, I guess you're not helping with the mech suit.
Oh, it's just you're not helping. Period.
Yeah. Julian said not to help, so
I
you're
said
not.
no.
She was doing her own thing.
Mm-hmm. People have their own lives. Just because they're NPCs don't mean they don't have things going on.
Yeah.
Alistair chats with Sarah about how trying to change the past is all dangerous and stuff.
It's a very important bullet point. To be fair.
That's the gist of that conversation, right?
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It is the gist of it. You're right.
It's like the 8th time Alistair is told to be careful. Be careful with that, Alistair. Okay, sure.
Eldritch
I'm going
Blast.
to listen to you.
and at this point, we go back over to Julian, reassembling, refixing the mech suit at a very unhealthy pace, as kind of akin to the new Mad Passion feat that I had. I rolled it into, a lore friendly way about that.
Yeah.
I thought you did a good job with that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
regardless of the taking the dangers and stuff like that, and everyone kind of being concerned, and me, reacting, aggressively. Maybe not. Well, I mean, I did say I would probably hurt you if you were like, were like overly trying to help me out with it, and just ignoring that you're just trying to help me out, not you're trying to actively sabotage me because brain no work good.
Yeah, this is why Alistair doesn't try to help anybody.
It's fine.
And
See,
the last
Go ahead.
third of that session, because this is the third episode of the season, but the end of the first session of it, that last third of the session was it was rightfully uncomfortable because Max was playing that up really, really well. And
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, keep going. Like, I'm not going to stop you. Like, keep going.
that was work anger projecting upon the podcast.
Yeah,
Please
no.
stop screwing up my job. I am going to fix it. Get out of my way.
Like, I could feel that. I could feel that, like, that tension and everything in the moment.
It didn't take a lot to tap into that. I just started thinking about work things. It was like, ooh.
If one more person tries to come up and heal me with their sword,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
What are you doing?
If I hear a Teams notification about someone trying to call me, I'm going to throw my monitor off my balcony.
Well, wait until we're done recording.
Okay. Well, I have Teams off, so
It's
they
fine.
would
You-
call my phone, in which case I'll probably just throw my phone.
So
There
you
you
don't
go.
need the monitor to record.
No, I got two. If I threw the monitor, I got 2 more. We're fine.
He needs to stop the recording so he can send it to Adam, and there can be a podcast.
He'll just have to be really good at guessing, like right here.
I'll turn off the video feed real fast and just hear like a muffled scream. Just be like, okay, guys, I'm back. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. But in the process of doing that, I finally, reassemble the mech suit, but it looks a little bit different. It's got a different color. It's got strange runes on it that I'm not 100% sure what they are, what they do, but this compulsion to do it manifests. And then eventually I pass out and it cuts away to the runes start glowing as soon as I stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
There and Julian yelling at Victor and everything. I don't remember completely, but was Alistair antagonizing Julian during that time too? Like just throwing in little things while Julian was freaking out.
It sounds like Alistair.
Yeah, I think he did 1 or 2.
Yeah, just 1 or 2.
He was just like, what's the big deal, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something real simple. It wasn't complicated. It was just, subtle and disinterested and condescending enough to, exacerbate things.
Yeah, and like
good job,
Julian leaves and that very tense situation, or that tense encounter goes away, and then there's this huge celebration like around, and Victor and Alistair, like they're in no mood to celebrate. Like they're just talking to each other while this party's going on around them, while the terraforming of the planet's happening. And then
just sitting down.
Well, Victor's talking to Alistair.
Oh yeah,
thousand yard stare.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not often that Victor and Alistair get to talk.
It's true.
No.
I think
it was
we even
probably
commented
mostly
as such in the
Victor.
episode.
It was mostly Victor. Alistair was like, yes, I suppose. Something like that.
It's like, well, I could go and get him out of the room if I really wanted, but I don't want to, so.
I'm not going to. But I wake up, as stated, nearly dead. Absolute pure exhaustion, but everything is good. But I'm also overly cautious, so I magically lock the door now because I have this absolute fear of the suit falling apart once again. So I'm don't touch my crap.
Yeah.
Atomize you.
You'll atomize them?
Yeah, no, that's what Adam does. Adam atomizes us.
You'll maximize them, yes.
Yeah, I'll
maximize.
Terrorize. But I also finished making the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Dust
the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Like now that you're done with the mech, you're just like doot. You're like 5 minutes later, you have flying boots.
Mm-hmm. I finally got the thing I needed to do. Now let me just do this other, and it's done.
Exactly.
And then we're called to a meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and then I give you said boots.
And I'm grateful.
Yes.
And Sarah is in charge of the ship now.
Oh,
Suck
yeah.
it, Yamno.
Sarah takes charge
Yamno
of
was
everything.
never in charge.
No, but now he has less authority.
He got bumped one more
That's
down
what
the
I
ladder.
Yes.
He's still
we have a new
tactical
Commander Straldak.
We have a new org chart
special
now. I need you
operations.
guys to pull this up now and look at it with me. Thank you.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Look at me.
More or less, that's what happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
You were told,
then-
don't change anything important or get the attention of insert 4 or 5 things here.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no! I did the exact opposite of that. Speaking of the exact opposite of that, we are given our next mission or case.
Mhm.
There are
Yeah.
more missions than cases.
We have
Yeah,
to go
I was
back
gonna say,
in
we don't-
time.
We don't
Since we're
usually do much
detective, I feel like they're
investigation.
cases. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
It's very
Yeah.
rare that we have to investigate anything.
You're
Or detect things.
detectives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
You're
done
agents.
some detecting this month.
Agents is good.
Yeah.
We were
Agents is good.
detectiving around the end of the month. We'll get there.
We detected in our dreams.
Yeah.
We did. Only in our dreams.
Yeah, there was.
But we have to go after basically we have to stop an event from happening that the we have to before an event happens.
Yes.
We have to go back in time to basically
Go back in time.
get information on more tablets.
Yes, more tablets. Always more
yes.
tablets.
Take more tablets. Before the Tome Keeper destroys that whole place.
Yep.
Mhm.
So we have to
So-
go back and get an iPad, 2.
Yes, yes, from the long,
For a
long
Palm
ago.
Pilot. It's a Palm Pilot.
Palm Pilot, yes.
We were
got my
told not to
calendar on
change
it.
anything important or draw attention or a bunch of other stuff. Basically, insert, time traveling rules 101.
Yes.
Insert Professor Farnsworth.
Yeah.
Unless you were
Which-
supposed to do something, then by all means, don't not do it.
I think I one of the outros I basically did like the packet of this is your how to do if you're sent back in time from the future to do a certain thing, and I sprinkled like Futurama and Back to the Future and a bunch of other things in there too, so that was fun.
Mhm.
It's like, don't become your own grandpa. Do not kill yourself in the past unless you were supposed to do that, in which by all means, please do that.
Well, so
So-
far that hasn't happened.
That has not happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
how are we to know? Maybe it already
We-
did.
We got to figure that out. We got to get there.
Yeah. Because we
but
can't go there now because there's the entire planet and general area is encompassed by an elder tome keeper thing. Right? Something
Yeah.
along those lines?
Yeah.
It's like the perfect storm of like past stuff because there's no way for anybody to know what happened during that time period anymore
Because they're all gone.
because
Yeah.
they're all gone.
But we kind of we rest up for a little bit before we set off on our time traveling adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And basically we it's not really like a hostile takeover, but we've kind of like commandeered the ship and all of its purposes for our cause.
It was a merger
A
acquisition.
merger. It wasn't a hostile takeover.
Yeah.
It was a
Although
forced
Sarah was
merger.
hostile
Yes.
about it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sarah walked in and said, "We're in charge now. You report to me." And then she was in charge.
Yes, boss.
And they report to her.
and Commander Strawdack is like, "Yes, ma'am."
All right. is the going back to Futurama, but it's Scruffy there. It's like second. We silver key it up, and then we go back through time and space and end up in a swamp.
Yeah,
Yes.
Manrose
Wow.
even does something different with the silver key to make it happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Alistair
Still
was
learning new
very
stuff about that
interested.
Yeah,
Um,
but once we leave, we can only go back once, and so we have to go back to the spot that we came out, and we can only leave the one time. We can leave and come back.
Yes, we can't leave more than
Which
one
is
time.
new rules.
Just
Mhm.
exactly as I think we said in the episode. We cannot leave more than once.
Yeah.
Yes,
Which it has never occurred to us that whilst we've gone to a place to ever go back. Which I think is interesting, except when we're done there.
Well, I mean, you could go back to Victor went. Well, does he yet?
yeah. Victor went back to Dark City and talked to Vic.
Yeah, he went back to Dark City.
No.
Yeah.
I meant like, whilst we like in game wise, whilst we were out doing something. Like, for example, we're in the mountains.
Oh, I
because,
got
like,
you. You couldn't.
I don't want to stay in the mountains. We'll just go back to the DDA.
We'll just
and
go
then
to the
come back
Tater
the next
Rock and,
day.
and just be.
Yeah. No, let's stay here in possible danger. And, we'll see what happens.
Not since the first season, I think. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
First season, we used to go in and out all the time.
yeah.
We've unlearned.
Well,
We've
we
gotten
didn't
worse
have
at
anywhere
this.
to go like the whole second season. So
Yeah, we had to find a new home.
We have plenty of places to go, just nowhere to get there.
then I
We
forget
had
what
fun-
happened in the third season.
It's all a blur.
Well, it is a blur to Julian.
Yes, very much so.
Huge chunks of it. Oh.
Alistair, how did you feel about this swamp?
Yeah, no, this was like I would say pretty much worst case scenario for Alistair. Possibly the worst experience he's had.
Victor tried to help really, really hard.
As you always try to do.
Yes, he tried to yell through the portal. It didn't work, and then he immediately picked him up, even though he was already wet and there was nothing you could do about it.
And despite even not actually being wet, thanks to the never wet net.
Yeah.
Wait, go back. I have to go back. I'm wet now, but you can only go back once. No, it's worth it.
Y'all can do this without me. Alistair just takes a nap the whole time y'all are doing this.
It's like, yeah, I know this is time travel and all, but it's not worth being wet.
But
You can't get wet. That's besides the point.
you tell my brain that.
Hydrophobic in two different ways.
And hydrophobic, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you can instantly like dry yourself off, I think, with
Mm.
prestidigitation or something.
Yes, but the mental damage is already there, and he can't even think of that anymore. All he can think of is just this is the worst situation.
Yeah.
ever.
Everyone thinks that, like all this Tolsha nonsense is his crazy madness. It's really just his fear of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like every
the
time
true
he's thirsty,
madness.
he has an anxiety attack.
But if it
I have to
touches
drink
anything
water
other than
before
my
the water
tongue,
gets on me.
if it touches anything other than my tongue, it's just going to be the end of the world.
Alistair actually thanks Victor.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Months ago
yeah.
said that.
I put
And
that
Alistair
in all
cleans
caps.
his boots. Yeah, thanks.
I don't know. I don't know if I
all
remember
caps.
that. That doesn't sound like Alistair.
Alistair thanked him. I put
had
it in capital letters.
Richard, you had a weak moment. It's okay.
I had extra attention because I did the outro in this episode. So
But we end up in the swamp town known as Greenpool, which I'm gonna say after the next couple episodes, probably the best location we have been for our group dynamic and all of the jokes that end up happening.
take that, Savedas.
Yeah, no.
Sylvanus was good, but
But we skipped half the stuff Adam had planned.
exactly.
Yeah, back to
but,
that
like,
whole
between-
detective thing. Y'all did like a couple. I think Skylar did a couple detective things, and y'all
Hey.
just skipped all the like stuff I set up for you to do detective work and
hey,
went
I was
straight to the
drunk.
boss.
Wait, can
But
Skylar
it
just
I
worked
was
out.
getting
drunk
liked
for a
it. I liked
information
it.
large
for us?
period of that time.
Yeah. They're like, wait, Skylar can hack things? Skylar, go in their computer and get all the stuff. It's like, okay. And then we had all the stuff.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had
it was,
everything.
that was a really good roll. Yeah, yeah, they rolled really high.
The best detective work that we ever did was done by someone else.
But the first character that we meet is Officer Luther the Ogre, which is canonically Foghorn Leghorn. Which Adam, you did a great voice for. I fucking love it. And
Thank
a lot
you.
of people rattling off in the spoiler channel were saying
Yeah.
they loved it too, and I did.
Yeah.
and then it was we spent like 5 minutes trying to come up with a name for the place we were going to stay, and then there were so many good names that came up in that generator.
And then Max just was like golden shoe crab, and I was like, "Yep, that's it. That's the
Sure.
that's the nice
Why
one."
shoe crabs? Shoe crabs are cool.
The itchy
Although-
night elf or something.
Yeah, the itchy night elf.
The 6-week itch. Oh, we got to remember some of those. You got to use those for later stories.
Like every time I had to like come up with names on the spot, like y'all were just joking the whole time. Like there was a lot of names that I had to come up with throughout this or trying to find where I had the names at in my notes and everything. And y'all were just on point with just the banter while I was looking stuff up, and I had to leave it in.
That's good. I'm glad you did.
It was very good.
But we get acclimated to the town via Officer Luth, who is absolutely
Luther.
incompetent.
He is not
Luther.
Luth. I will point out.
Luther. Sorry.
Luther is
someone
an
else.
ogre, and Luth is a crypt folk in a completely different time period.
Yes.
And a different city on a different planet.
Yeah.
Yes. Officer Luther, who is wildly incompetent as his job, as kids are just running circles around him.
Well, I mean, considering they have one, officer.
just a guy that has to keep everyone in line.
But he's an ogre. He should be intimidating, and he's super not.
He's like Andy Griffith. He's huge,
yes,
but he's just a big teddy bear.
he's Shrek size, but yeah, he's got a kind heart.
He should have had a crazed, bug-eyed deputy.
Okay. What would the deputy be?
I don't know. I was just referring to Barney. From the
Andy Griffith show. Yeah.
Don Knotts.
Barney.
Don Knotts. That's his race. Is Don Knotts.
It's
Just imagine an entire race of Don Knotts.
What of the
in an alternate
the
universe, they're
lesser-known-
fish.
The women look like Steve Buscemi.
Oh my god. It's a goblin named Barnacle, and he's like, Luther!
It looks
You let him
exactly
get
like
away,
Billy
Luther!
Madison. Billy Madison when he's sitting in that room crossing people off a list.
Okay. Oh, he meets up with his bowling buddies.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. But we make our way over to the Golden Shoe Crab and hear all of the ambiance of ragtime being played in the
Zydeco.
Yeah,
so is
Zydeco.
Zydeco. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yes.
I
We
found some
discussed
royalty-free
the music that
Zydeco.
should be in there.
They had piano.
And the music came in like once we figured
Yes.
out what it was gonna be. And I actually found Zydeco with piano, and it was royalty free, so
Which is awesome.
It worked out.
It's fantastic.
we meet Shorna, not sure
Shona.
enough, but Shona,
Shona.
Shona.
not sure enough.
Uh-huh.
And we get a table, and I ask about what is known for the delicacy here, which is green pool shrimp, and the shrimp are actually green.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Shut up. The shrimp have to be green.
Well,
That's
they could
just the
have
ones
little
covered
green
in algae.
stripes instead of little red stripes.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like shrimp with little green stripes exists, but I don't know for sure.
I mean,
Yeah, they're
they're like
probably
mantis shrimp
heavily
are pretty like
contaminated.
multicolored.
Yeah, maybe it has something to do with where they're raised because they're crustaceans, so they absorb the colors around them.
or the
something.
or the minerals and stuff like that in the water that they're
Yeah,
around.
like
Yeah.
the reason why Maine lobster is better than other place lobster.
Excuse me. I would like other place lobster. I'm tired of Maine lobster.
It's cheaper
Yeah,
than
it's
Maine
not
lobster.
foods.
It's not cold enough.
It's not cold enough. And it talks funny.
I'm so tired of Maine lobster. I want some side lobster.
Oh, it's just
I'd like the Kentucky lobster, please.
I feel like Kentucky lobster is probably some kind of euphemism for some part of the animal you don't want to talk about.
Oh no. But we set a spell there, and we kind of start talking about what we're planning on doing next in the town to gather information about what eventually is going to happen here.
Yeah.
And then we go to our rooms.
No.
And then we.
Does everybody make it
I
up to
did.
their
I-
rooms?
No,
I went up there.
as everyone goes to their rooms, we see
Well, I did.
something
I
out
went
the
up there,
window.
didn't I?
Yeah.
No, we saw something out the window. We were going to the rooms,
That's
and then
okay.
there's like a window
reading.
in the hallway or something.
And then you went to go get your suit. And,
Yes,
And
yes,
you
we're
looked out
like-
the window upstairs to see if there was something going on.
What
and
the
Victor
deuce?
had to like convince Alistair for like 3 minutes, to like leave the hotel and not go to bed. It's like,
wet
come
out
on, we're
there.
detectives.
It's
This is literally
dangerous.
what we're here for. And
I
he's
mean,
like, I
Alistair's
don't
been
know.
through quite a lot. He really needs to go and take a nap.
It'll be there when we get back.
I mean, he
Wake
was
up.
he was wet for like 5 seconds. Okay.
That's an eternity in cat years.
Well, you owed Victor, so you reluctantly agreed to come along. And then because we saw what appeared to be a swamp cat.
Swamp cat.
We
Swamp cat.
we didn't coin that term, but we saw a large cat, and we ran into a large cat a little while ago. So we thought maybe it's that large cat that we ran into that we heard might be interested in what's going on.
I mean, it's
And
possible.
drunk
It
guy.
could just be a swamp cat.
We're pulling at straws here, guys.
And then we ran into some drunks, and one of them was convinced that he saw a swamp cat, and his friends did not take him seriously.
No, those are bad friends.
Yeah. I mean, if your friend tells you that he saw a giant swamp cat, you believe him.
Well,
You-
just take
Even
a
if
second
he
to
is
think
like
about it,
belligerently drunk.
Don't reject the thought outright. That's just rude.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in a swamp, so 50% of the criteria is already there. It could be a swamp cat.
At least
you can't
it
just
didn't-
dismiss it outright.
At least he didn't
Now,
claim
if
to
it
see
was
a
like
mountain lion.
mountain cat, yeah, I would be like, okay, that's a little weird. And then we also saw some hooded fellows
Some
walking
hooded
into
fellows.
the local library.
I don't like typing the same words all the time, so I just put the hooded fellows sounded fun.
I like that word. Fellows is good.
Yes.
I mean, they all
Um,
seemed friendly enough in their snuggies.
Yeah. And then we had to stand there and discuss whether we were going to follow them, even though they were
Yes.
going into the library where we were investigating to begin with.
Yes.
Snuggie
But
book
I mean,
club.
yeah. Ambushing the local D&D group. Who are the new people? I don't have sheets and pencils for everyone. You're going to have to share.
Yeah. Yeah, Alistair's
was-
got to sneak in, and
There-
we all try to sneak in, and it's obvious that Julian is just going to be stomping around like he's in a giant metal suit or something.
yes,
Um,
something like that.
So he waits outside while the two of us sneak in, and since Alistair can be invisible, he goes in the room where we hear the people like being.
I could have been invisible. I just didn't think about preparing that spell.
Yeah, but you would still sound like you were in a giant mech suit.
Oh, they could be like, well, maybe it's storming outside, and that's just thunder
Yeah.
inside the house.
Unfortunately, this library
the
has
library.
no windows to see outside the
Yeah.
weather.
Which that is absolute insanity. You want like a little bit of natural light.
I mean, it's
Who
true.
designed this place?
I mean, you can just create magical light.
It's true.
I mean,
But
I
it's not
think
the
it did
same.
have a window. I was being sarcastic.
Oh,
I think Alistair,
you're very
I think
serious about
Alistair
that.
looked in the
There,
window.
there was a
before
window,
we-
but there
Yeah,
wasn't a window
yeah.
into that chamber.
Because we were
Yeah,
excited
okay.
because we
That's
got to
right,
look
that's
through a
right.
window.
Yes, 'cause
Yeah, there
that's
just
like
wasn't a
your-
window to that room.
That's
Yeah.
your one detective trick that you have is spying through a window.
Mhm.
We've
Yeah.
proven
You know,
this time
nope.
again.
Wait,
I
none of the
think-
windows are open. We got to leave.
Nope, shit.
I think it's also maybe worth mentioning, and I think this was maybe mentioned before, but I just want to point this out again just because. So technically speaking, Alistair could totally have made all of us invisible.
Oh yeah, he has said that before. He just chooses to make himself.
He just chooses to only use it on himself.
Spell slots, man, they're expensive.
Well, Victor had a really good stealth
I mean,
roll.
never mind the fact that it literally would not cost him anything extra to have made both of you invisible.
Oh, well then screw you then.
Yeah, Victor hit among the stacks.
Yeah.
Victor's too big to sneak in the room. A cat can sneak in the room. My cat is in this room and I don't even know where she is. There she is.
Look, bam, right there on the couch.
Yeah. Well, she was over there on the floor on the other side of my camera image, but now she's on the couch.
And see,
She did that.
for
I
all
didn't
you
know that she moved because.
and for all you
cats are
knew, she stepped
quiet.
out into the Dreamlands for a bit and then came back.
I wasn't paying attention, so that could have definitely happened.
Usually,
watch
she just
the little
goes
green
in, like,
portal
the
open up
closet.
behind you.
Yeah, we're not recording
Popped
this. So we
out.
can't go back and look at the footage.
Then a little green portal popped up on the back of the couch where the window is. She plopped down, fell back asleep.
Because she didn't want to jump up.
Yeah.
There's just two portals on each side of me, and she just walks through the other onto the couch.
Yep. She's got her own teleportals.
I like disappearing into a portal and then coming out from between the couch cushions.
I mean, all of her feet are white, so it's like she's got the little kitten mittens on.
Nice.
Kitten mittens of ogre power.
Look at their little feetsies.
Yeah, she's very cute. Anyway, you can't see the cat. You
No,
have
I
to
can't. You have to imagine the cat is cute. It's as cute as you think it
Microphones-
is in your mind right now.
Microphones and Morons is theater of the mind as well.
It's true.
Although
That's
if
very
you
true.
go to the Discord, the Creative Typo Discord, we do have a Pet Pics Please channel, and I do occasionally post pictures of this cat. So if you want to see her being very cute, you can go in there and see.
Yeah.
There's other pets of people on the show are the shows are in there as well as our fans. So
Yeah.
Go,
But
go
you
post
have
your
to
pets,
go.
Petplix, please.
But you have to join the Discord to be able to see them.
it's free to join the Discord.
It is. It's free real estate in your Discord channel.
And in this market, like that is invaluable.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Whew. All right. So Alistair and Victor sneaking in, and then there is some discussion with the local D&D group. The local. Did I make a
No, I did.
Did you make the Midnight Society? Did we make a joke about that?
We
I don't
definitely did.
remember.
Yes.
Damn it. Okay. I was
We
about
we
to say.
definitely did make that joke.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
It was in,
Alright,
it was in the episode from Friday.
Okay.
I made the D&D joke.
Okay. This is a good one. That's very good.
Somebody made
we
the
should-
hungry caterpillar joke. I think that was Steven.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
No,
There's
I
some-
was making all the children's book jokes. Max
Yeah.
pulled out the hungry caterpillar.
Oh,
and then
okay,
there's
okay.
some horrifying pictures that came as a result of that in Discord.
The Hungry Cthulhu pillar.
Oh, those are awesome.
And then just the
But,
hungry caterpillar eating people. And
Yeah,
always hungry.
always hungry. That they're complaining that they can't get drunk in public anymore because of a new city ordinance.
They were. In so
Even-
many words, that's what they were saying. They were
Even
like,
though
"Oh, we
exactly
can't even
what they
drink
said.
in
People
public
who are-
anymore."
Clearly drunk in public.
Well, they were getting scolded by Luther.
Oh, we're not gonna do anything.
Oh my god. I
I don't
love
want to get scolded.
They're like, I just don't want to be scolded with kindness by Luther. Okay, I just can't take it anymore.
Come on, guys.
we
Please
can't
don't
keep
break the
taking
law.
advantage of him. He's gonna get fired.
He's gonna tell us a lesson. We're all gonna have to learn from this. I can't deal. All right.
Let me sit you on my knee.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you a tale about two crawfish that were best buds, and one.
God.
I say you have to obey the law or I'll get fired.
An officer is the only thing I know how to do. But after they rambling on about their local troubles, they get to the heart of the matter.
Yeah. And the guy's like, we should have done my plan. And Alistair was like,
I set that up. I set that shit up. Like it was something big.
And then we waited like 2 or 3 weeks and came back, and it might have just been a week, but it felt like 2 or 3 weeks. And then Adam was like, we'll write a strongly worded letter to the council and tell them we're displeased.
We're going to threaten them.
I'm going to put 3 exclamation marks on that so they know we mean business.
We're going to threaten them with kindness.
No. I think 3 exclamation points is a little harsh. We need to only do 2.
We aren't not really going to do it. It's just a threat.
I'm not going to use Comic Sans to know how serious I am about this.
I'm going to italicize a few of the words.
Oh.
Oh, God.
and use bold.
I'm going to
bold and underline.
I'm going to passive aggressively write a letter to the council.
I'm going to use all caps. When you use capital letters only, then they know you mean business.
But the so-called professor is a changeling.
Yes. He is a changeling.
He is a changeling.
Which it took a minute for Adam to explain, no, he's just not an albino man.
And he's a very old changeling.
Yes, he's old. He's very old.
Beyond normal changeling
old.
years.
Yes. But since he's a changeling, for some reason, he doesn't just automatically change himself up to look young. So he's comfortably old.
Yes. Also, he does not look like Odo from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I don't know for sure. Or that's what I see when I hear changeling.
So I saw like Voldemort, or what's the name?
They have normal human features, like normal humanoid like features. They're just white skin, white hair, and can shapeshift.
What's the name of Christian Bale's character in Love and Thunder?
Gore.
Oh, yeah.
No, Christian Bale is the new
Gore.
one.
Yes, Gore.
It's
Gore. Gore the God Butcher.
Gore. Oh, they said Thor.
No,
like that's it.
Gore.
Thor is in the new
Gorr.
Yes,
Gore.
Also, apparently
Gore.
Thor
Yeah, he's
is
like,
in
was it like the Godbreaker or something like that?
God Butcher.
Godslayer.
Gore the God Butcher.
Butcher. That's it. Yeah, that's another mental image I had for that.
I didn't have that one. Just Odo.
Just Odo.
Just Odo.
You go with what you love.
I love Odo.
Yeah. So after the professor scolds them and then leaves, they start repeating just like the NPCs that they are. And Alistair gets tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. And just leaves.
This is boring. Leaving now. Napping seems better.
It turned from a snuggy D&D group or book club to a snuggy drinking club.
There you go. Yes.
/ sleepover.
Yeah.
Because he told him not to leave. Just stay in the library tonight.
Constructing pillow forts.
Don't bother poor Officer Luther.
Blanket fort.
We don't want him.
I like a blanket fort.
We don't want unwanted attention on the library. Ooh.
This is our safe zone. This is my safe space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm building up mental walls right now for my safe space in the library with my D&D group, who all wear Snuggies and want to be drunk in public, but can't.
I'd like to be clear that neither when we record the actual show or Morons we're not wearing Snuggies. Occasionally Max wears a robe because he's lazy, but
well, it was cold. And yes, I am lazy. Usually when it's cold.
But no Snuggies here.
Sometimes I'm wearing pants when we record. Sometimes I'm not.
I appreciate the fact that I can only see your shoulders and above.
I could get up, but I mean, I already got up, so you know I'm wearing pants today.
That's the way I like it.
Thank you for that, Steven.
When Max is wearing pants, that's the way I like it.
Not everyone would agree with that, son. But we reconnoiter. That's how you say that, right?
Yeah,
Reconnoiter.
reconnoiter. Yeah.
Reconnoiter. Alistair finally gets his sleep that he deserved, and I block my window because I'm again paranoid about things that happen that I don't want to happen again.
Swamp cat.
Swamp cat.
Oh
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
swamp
No,
cat.
mech suit protection.
You don't want that swamp cat getting you in the night.
Yes, swamp cats with curiosity about batting a mech suit that I am asleep and will wreck or scratch or leave cat hair on or barf on or get like eye. You know how some of the cats get eye gunk? Like get that on the mech suit? Absolutely not.
Yeah, can't have that.
Cannot
Throw up
have
a food log.
Then Alistair, you get to talk to your favorite friend again.
Yeah, yes, the very real friend that is totally not imaginary.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's not imaginary. Probably.
It's not imaginary.
And they both
Except
break
when
the
they're
fourth
around,
wall
and then
because
he
they
is.
can.
Because yes, exactly. An imaginary,
It's not Eddie Murphy.
but imaginary friends can't break the fourth wall. So
Yes, the notes just say the meme is not Eddie Murphy, and then it
the meme
goes
is
on
not
to the
Eddie
next
Murphy.
point.
I don't know.
If you just listen to the episode, you know what we're talking about.
I don't remember.
Richard
Talking
said,
about the head
cue
tap
Eddie
meme.
Murphy meme here. And then he did the
Oh.
little
The guy-
finger
yeah,
gesture
the-
to point to his head, and
guys,
all
but it's-
three of
but
us
it's
said,
not- but
"That's
it's not Eddie Murphy."
And Richard said, "I know, but you know what I'm thinking about."
Guys, we're great at this. Holy shit.
We are. If you tune in to Microphones and Morons to hear the same joke repeated again that you just heard on the previous episode,
And it's still funny. Thank you.
yes, we hope. Please laugh now.
We will pause for laughter.
We know we can't do
Laugh.
an applause sign because this is audio. So Adam, just insert "please laugh now" several times during the podcast.
Pause
just a
here.
clip that's like, please laugh now.
Play here. Oh no, I guess that doesn't work.
I feel like if we can put
Feel
up
existential dread here.
and over.
Or
But,
the old joke from Freakazoid, scream.
I don't remember that. It's also been a decade since I've seen Freakazoid.
It was the episode that was in Scream-O-Vision.
Yeah, exactly. It was
That may
the
have-
episode
that-
with,
that may have
with,
also been the episode with Candlejack.
Yes, exactly. I didn't say it. I said Applejacks.
You should watch Freakazoid. It's very funny.
You should. I remember laughing as a kid while watching Freakazoid.
Yeah, he
You
didn't
know,
say
it's
Candlejack.
And mostly the theme song is pretty awesome.
Yes.
But we awake in the morning, and the last thing we do for the month is we kind of talk about our next steps. Alistair and I are going back to the library to see if we can gather some more information with actually being able to get around there, not sneakily. And then Victor, you're going to basically talk to everyone else in the town.
Yeah. I'm going to go talk to the council.
The guild.
The council
Mhm.
guild.
The council.
So in other
Congress.
words, Julian and Alistair are going to be a couple of nerds, and Victor's going to actually try and do some detective work.
Yes. Basically.
He is the only one wearing a fedora and a trench coat.
It's
That is
true.
true.
So, you know.
I feel
He's
like
kind of
every time
obligated.
you do that, the scene should just automatically go to noir black and white.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like
Yes.
gentle saxophone in the background.
Yes.
As I walked down the alleyway, I started
Good timing.
Once you retire a skin job, you're never the same. But if you ever kill a human, your life is over.
Yeah, Victor Stodge, actual noir detective spinoff.
Victor Stodge in the future as a Blade Runner.
Whatever, Victor's gonna talk to dames and stuff.
I looked at that man dead on the table and my stomach started to growl.
I didn't want to, but someone's got to do it.
I like that. I like that idea. That idea, for some reason, really sits well with me.
Well, if we hadn't had all these weird adventures, that's what it would have been.
Yeah, but the weird adventures
Detective
were
work
fun.
and stuff.
Yeah, if y'all didn't rest for 9
that's what
days.
I signed up for. I thought we were doing detective adventures.
If y'all didn't rest for 9 days, that's how it would have been.
Yeah.
So instead, we ended the world and had to go find new ones.
Hey, we were crazy for a few of those days, all right, to be fair.
Yeah,
See,
y'all
what
skipped
harm
a
can
season.
napping possibly do?
We skipped a season because we were insane. Wait a minute. That does
You
we
didn't
were insane
push-
the entire time.
You skipped a season because you didn't push through the insanity.
We didn't
Oh,
know
I
we were
tried to
supposed
just push
to.
back. It
And-
pushed back hard.
You could have
And
just
Alistair
told us
wasn't
and
gonna
cut
push
that
because he
out.
just wanted to
Taken
nap.
30 seconds. Hey, you shouldn't rest for 9 days. It'll end the world.
You chose.
But we don't know that. We can't know that.
I'm never gonna live that down because I seriously I wasn't planning on traveling different places till season 3, and season 2 was going to wrap up the whole thing in there, and it just kind of
Been a
got out of
year
hand
because I had
Dalton
all year
got too
planned
far ahead and actually set something up.
You hear that, everybody? This show should have been 5 seasons long.
Oops.
You screwed up. Sorry, guys.
What we need to do is we need to go back, re-listen to season 1 real careful, and then make sure our characters are at the same spot, and then we do the alternate reality.
What if?
The what if
The what if
episode that
season.
we have talked about like off and on forever.
What if they continue
Yes.
to investigate while under insanity?
That would be fun, actually.
That's what I was hoping y'all would do, but you didn't. But
Just-
it was still
just-
fun.
Just spend like 5 or 6 different recording sessions just being absolutely shit hammered and just seeing what I could say. I'm Daniel Day-Lewising this. I have to method podcast. But yeah, that is that's a wrap for June.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is everything that happened in June.
Yeah. It didn't take as long as normal because not much happened because we were too busy making all the jokes.
We were, but I super enjoyed doing it. That
Oh,
was a
yeah.
lot of fun.
And this
it was
arc
great.
is one of our longest arcs, Hidden in the Swamp. I think it's around like the same size, if not more, than the Cervatus trip. With
That's very
In that
possible.
one, we shortened by our own actions.
yeah,
true.
it was. So this is
Like-
definitely the longest arc of the season for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we can't tell you what happens, or rather we
Yeah,
won't.
no.
But
yeah,
you will
we
find
could.
out.
But
It would
there's
just
definitely
ruin a whole lot.
there's definitely a lot of stuff that happens in this arc.
I mean, we will tell them what happens in this arc. We will just do it piecemeal in episodic format.
We'll tell you
Every
more
Monday
about it
and
next
Friday.
month.
Yeah, in real time.
every Monday and Friday.
Come back
Stay
here at
tuned.
the end of July, and we'll tell you about it.
Unless you're one of them special people who gets all of them as soon as they are ready.
Well, at the beginning of every month, the first of
At the
every
beginning
month,
of
you
every
get
month.
the whole month's episodes on the binge
Yes.
tier. Yep.
Yeah, then you
It's
just
true.
have to wait for Morons for a whole month.
You have to wait for everyone to catch up to get on your level.
No,
for those-
what
Yeah, but
what can be
but see,
done
this-
is you can binge it and then listen to it with everybody else and talk about it with everybody
you
else,
can-
and then
and you
Morons.
can react with us about it too on the
Yeah.
spoiler channel.
Yeah.
that
Yep.
too.
and not to mention they get this Morons as kind of a refresher too before they dive
Yep.
into all of the
Yep.
episodes for next month.
Refresher's a strong word.
My notes are infallible, sir.
They're pretty.
The meme was not Eddie Murphy.
It was not Eddie Murphy.
What was it? Was it extra spicy obsessed?
Yes, extra spicy.
Spot on.
Obsessed.
We're talking Chipotle red sauce chili salsa levels of spicy. It will hurt later. All right.
What character?
Do we have comparisons?
What
I
Don
thought of
Knotts character is your character?
What Don Knotts character?
That's good.
Jeez.
That's good to start with.
Do
I'm
you
gonna be Don Knotts.
Do we know? Don Knotts says Don Knotts.
I don't know if I know enough about Don Knotts movies.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
My favorite one is the Ghost of Mr. Chicken.
I know Barney. I know the fish thing.
Oh, the Incredible Mr. Limpet,
Yeah, Mr. Limpet.
where he turns into a fish because he loves fish so much.
Yeah,
I'm cheating. I'm actually looking it up, but I do
Alistair
remember
turn into a no because he hates water.
Alistair hates water.
Don Knotts showing up in Johnny Bravo.
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts was in Three's Company.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's
knock
right.
on our door. We'll be waiting for you.
That is the theme to Three's Company.
I don't
is
know
the
enough
theme
about Don
company.
Knotts to
I don't.
even
Yeah, I
think
don't
of.
think we can do this one in good conscience.
He was at
I saw it mostly when I was a kid.
Matlock.
Well,
That was
Matlock
Andy
was
Griffith,
Andy Griffith,
but I'm sure Barney was in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
All right,
he-
No, Don
Barney
Knotts was in there.
Don Knotts
He
had
was
to have
he was
been in
probably
there.
a guest star because he knew Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
He was in,
Well.
I'm again cheating on IMDb. He was in like 17 episodes.
He was a recurring guest.
Yes, as Les Calhoun.
Les Calhoun.
That does not sound like the name of a
Looney
character Don
Tune
Knotts should play.
character. What character is
Ooh.
your
Oh,
Looney?
Looney Tune.
You know that could be good.
Okay.
Well, we already know what
Foghorn
Officer Luther
Leghorn.
is.
Mine's easy. Is Marvin Martian. Easy.
Okay, I can
Yeah.
agree with that.
Is he
Where's
evil?
the
Isn't
kaboom?
he evil? You never know.
There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
I guess we could do Shrek characters too. Do the roar. Yeah.
We're gonna do both.
Actually, no. I
see.
take that back. Not Marvin Martian. I will be Wile E. Coyote because I would be using all kinds of wild inventions that sometimes, usually most times, wildly backfire in my.
That
For
sounds
me.
accurate.
Yes,
Yeah, your Acme spray.
my Acme spray that does nothing.
I need to look up a list of the Looney Tunes. I'm not actually sure.
Mm.
Wouldn't Alistair be like that Dodo guy?
The dodo guy.
Dodo guy.
Which Dodo guy?
The one
talking-
that his name is Dodo or something.
Are you talking about from Tiny Toons Adventures or the Tiny Toons or whatever?
No, there was an adult one. That's why they
was there
made
an adult one?
Yes, there is.
I didn't see that.
Hold up. Let me see. Looney Tunes characters. Let's use the magic of the internet. Looney Tunes characters. Okay, yeah, I know who Pepe Le Pew is. Heathcliff isn't a Looney Tunes character. What kind of monkey is this?
The Dodo things are the Instant Martians. Is that what you're?
No.
Oh.
Hold on. Let's see here.
I think Alistair is very Bugs Bunny esque, but like not in some aspects. Like he
I mean,
breaks
I
the
can-
fourth wall. He
Yeah, I mean, I can see some comparison. He's just not as like happy-go-lucky as
Goofy,
as
yeah.
Bugs Bunny is.
yeah.
Let's.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I'm having trouble with Victor on this one.
Porky Pig.
Maybe Porky Pig, just sort of easygoing kind of.
Or a very calm Tasmanian devil.
That's not Tasmanian Devil, though.
Tasmanian Devil's dad.
Frog.
Yes.
from the
Leatherface.
Taz
What kind of-
cartoon.
Leatherface.
What is Leatherface? What is a character in Night of the Living Duck? When was this made? September 1988. Okay. Apparently Leatherface is in the Looney Tunes. I don't like this wiki. I don't understand what it's doing. Let's see here. Let's just go with Porky Pig.
I like Porky Pig. I think Porky Pig would be good.
I think Porky Pig suits him pretty well. He's just sort of the sidekick, kind of like Porky Pig and the ones where he's with Daffy Duck.
Well, I mean, for the most part, Porky Pig's pretty, kind and level-headed.
Yo-Yo Dodo, formerly simply known as the dodo bird, is a wacky bird first seen in 1938 Looney Tunes short Porky and Wacky Land.
Yeah, it's weird because like I definitely remember Go-Go Dodo in Tiny Toons, but like I don't know if I ever remember seeing
that guy
the older one
in the chat.
Yeah,
I'm looking in the chat. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yeah,
Vaguely.
I remember the Looney Tunes one, or the Tiny Toons one. I remember the Tiny Toons one.
Exactly. Yeah.
like, I remember the Tiny
That's what I
Toons
was
one.
talking
I just
about.
I don't really remember the older one, the Yo-Yo Dodo.
Yeah.
I'm vindicated now.
You are vindicated. This is correct.
Alternate Julian is Duck Dodgers.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yes.
And Dalton is that little kid that I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg.
I don't remember that person.
It was a little kid. We wanted an Easter egg. And he was like beating the crap out of
You
Bugs
don't
Bunny
say.
trying to get an Easter egg.
Jeez.
It's like a little kid from a mobster family kind of deal.
I don't know.
Okay. So when he was messing with like the mobsters that were like the
It's like some more
caricatures of,
old
like,
school.
What
Bugs Bunny.
was it Bugsy?
Okay.
Wasn't that? Or Mugsy?
Yeah, Muggsy.
At
Muggsy,
times,
yeah.
I feel like the Tatter Dalton would be more like the monster, like the red monster, except yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, the tattered
Dalton.
Dalton. Yeah.
Yeah, the
What-
Tatter
what-
Dalton.
What the hell was that guy's name?
I don't remember.
I think he did have a name. It's
Um,
sort of like a G, I think, something like that. Like
Was it George?
He's got
No,
a
not
name.
George.
He
It
has
was
a
something
name.
like kind of weird.
No, I think he loved and hugged and kissed.
Gossamer.
Gossamer,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. He had the weird feet. He had weird shoes.
Yeah.
He had no arms.
No,
I mean, he had arms,
they're
but
like,
they
they're
just-
like
They were
tucked
in his
into
hair,
fur,
yeah.
and he would like
Yeah.
pull them out when necessary. Weird retractable arms.
Yeah.
Uh,
You might even say his name.
I still like the other alternate Daffy Duck where he's the duck detective, you know,
Duck
Dark mean-
Detective.
Yeah, it's about
Detective.
Darkwing Duck, though.
and all the is like snake eyes, and it's a dude with dice for eyes.
Snake
and
eyes.
He's like, not neon noodle.
The
Like-
neon noodle.
Those are the two Looney Tunes
Hammerhead.
that stand out to me is the neon
But
noodle
yeah,
thing
where it was-
and
where it
I want
was
an
like
Easter egg.
Duck
I want an
Tracy.
Easter egg.
What he's I like. I think he's. They look that up. We found a video of that.
Flat top.
I'm boring. I just liked Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner.
I did
Although-
too. It's
Although,
great.
especially like comparing like Alistair to Bugs Bunny, I feel like you could kind of make a bit of a comparison between the Tattered Dalton and as Gossamer and Alistair as Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Neon noodle.
I'm drawing a brain fart in terms of comparisons right now. I was not prepared.
Yeah.
I thought of something really stupid. I was like, "What ramen noodle flavor is your character?" And I was like, "That's dumb. Put that away."
That is dumb.
Alistair is seafood.
Yes, absolutely.
No,
Or shrimp.
which Mountain
Yeah,
Dew?
this shrimp. Lime shrimp.
Mountain Dew. Okay, there's layers to that because there's like a bajillion now.
Exactly.
Really
Watermelon.
are.
The watermelon Mountain Dew is good.
I don't know. I think
I don't like
think
watermelon.
Well,
so
we don't
I'm-
need to do
I'm
more
biased.
comparisons because we did the Looney Tunes.
we don't.
No, we can still
Although,
go with this. No, don't take this from me.
Alistair would probably end up being the
We gotta save
the-
something.
the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew
Oh, for Alistair.
for
I think
Alistair.
Victor is
With green food
regular Mountain
coloring.
Dew.
with
Your
green food
regular
coloring.
Mountain Dew.
Regular Mountain Dew.
Irregular Mountain Dew.
It's just like no, Victor's like a comfort food, you know.
I do the isn't that was one of the is a high voltage. I can't remember what flavor.
Yeah,
it is,
high
but I
voltage
remember
was
that
like an
being one of them.
orange, I think, Or was that
Yeah.
like Live Wire?
No, it was blue.
Oh, High
Yeah,
Voltage is
LimeWire.
Yeah, Live Wire was the
Live
orange.
Wire.
Livewire
was
was
the
the
orange
orange one.
Yeah.
This
the
is the
fucking
real,
melon.
This is the real show.
It was like Major Melon. Major Melon. It is so good. It's fucking watermelon Mountain Dew, and it's my favorite one. And they had a zero of it for a while, and I drank it. It was good.
They have a new Mountain Dew that I tried, the purple one.
there are
it's-
so many.
It's plum flavored.
Plum
Yeah.
flavored.
I don't
Yeah.
even bother. I don't even bother. I don't.
I tried some. The problem
We did.
is like you can taste the plum, but I mean, like with Mountain Dew, it's just so loaded down with sugar. You're just like,
Yeah.
all right, this tastes like sugar with like just the hint of plum.
The suggestion
Hint
of
of
plum.
plum. It's
Yes.
the first time that phrase has ever been used.
Hint
It has a
See-
hint of plum.
Just a hint of
See,
plum.
You
now
have-
I'm
you have to put
expecting
your
there to
fingers
be
together.
like. Now I'm expecting there to be like a new Tostitos flavor, hint of plum.
Hint
Would
of
they have
plum.
like plum powder that they sprinkle on it?
Your toilet's only partially backed up, so you just need a hint of plum.
Just a hint of plum.
Shut up,
and
Adam.
I feel like we should end the show
Yeah, please.
because of that. It's
We're off the
punishment.
rails more so than usual.
All music was written and produced by Marco Mazzei of Fallen Highway Studios.
Yes.
Steven, if I was going to find out more information about the podcast, where would I go?
I don't even
I'm
know
dumb
anymore,
and don't
man.
save bookmarks.
Go to watchbugsdie.com. That takes you to
That-
the best podcast.
It does take you to the best
Um,
podcast.
You can go to creativetypo.com if you want to hear other podcasts as well
What?
that are pretty good.
I'm actually testing Watchbugs Die if it actually goes straight to our. Yeah, it does. Okay, good.
It
Yeah,
does.
Watchbugs by watch.
watch
Bugs
Bugs
Watch
Bugs
By.
By. That's our next one.
Die. Instead of the bugs
not
dying,
taken.
they're just like instead of
What?
the bugs
Watch
like
Bugs
being
By is not
zapped,
taken.
It's just like a little tiny miniature made, and it looks like a target, and then flies just kind of fly around miniature shopping carts waiting.
It's just a cockroach on a keyboard in front of a computer open to Amazon.com.
Watch Bugs By.
Honey, I don't know how we bought 200 pounds of beef jerky. Okay, it was probably the bugs.
I mean, we don't even have anywhere to put it. It's just going to go bad.
No, the jerky keeps for a little bit. I mean, come on. 200
I mean,
pounds,
for-
though, that's a lot of asking.
If
That's
you're
like,
if you're gonna buy a food and expect it to go bad, like beef jerky is not one of the good ones.
that's like Oregon Trail eating right there. I mean, oddly enough, I have an Oregon Trail shirt.
I've got all this beef jerky. If I don't eat it in 6 years, it'll go bad.
I'll probably die of salt poisoning way before then.
Oh man.
But on this
Or
website,
constipation.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Watchbugscry.com.
There you go.
It's
Watchbugs
it's a
Try
giant
dot com.
cockroach sitting on a toilet with a tear coming down.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, yeah, we're done. We have completely gone off the rails here. Yeah.
Okay. On this website that we have talked about, there are links to our show and all of the other shows on Creative Typo. Adam, tell us about some of these other shows.
So we got A Fool's Quest, Dread Tech Incorporated, the spin-off of this show, Ethereal Embrace, which is the spin-off of A Fool's Quest. It's a prequel, actually, so you want to listen to both. Into the Night Anthology, every episode is a new short story. It's awesome. There's also a book, and there is a link to the book on the website as well.
I did not
And-
know that there was a book.
Yes, and
I now know
There's
there's
a
a
link to the podcast inside the book.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there? Is there?
You open up
No.
the book and click the link. No, there's not. And Stick Shift Incorporated, which we have plugged before, of course. Well, we plugged every one of our
Would-
shows.
Would it be wrong to consider Stick Shift Incorporated as sort of a prequel spin-off to Microphones and Monsters?
No, it's a crossover. It was a crossover for sure.
I mean, it's a crossover, definitely, but
But
It
we've
happens
also crossed
before the
over with a
crossover.
Fool's Quest as well. So
Mm.
with the Vision from season 3.
Yes. So you heard it here first. A Fool's Quest is a spin-off of Microphones and Monsters, and Microphones and Monsters is a spin-off of A Fool's Quest.
Yeah.
We did it. It was us.
It just
I
keeps
did not
going.
consent to this.
I DM'd over in a Fool's Quest for the vision that they had, that the Sphinx put them in its face.
This
to
is our
give them.
plan. This is our plan for infinite perpetual energy. We just make 2 shows that are spin-offs of each other, and it just keeps going.
Is it like that? You talking about the meme of the dude with the egg, and then he puts it on top of a cat, and then he just puts it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
See,
No.
I know what more is
Okay.
putting like buttered
Okay,
bread
hold
on
I
top
gotta
of
look
a
this
cat.
up. This is
Buttered
hilarious
bread.
as Shit.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
buttered
sound
bread on top of
plausible.
a cat is more what I know
Okay.
of.
Yeah, and then it just spins around because the butter side of bread always lands buttered down, and cats always
cat
land,
always
on their
land on
feet,
their
so
feet.
it's just a perpetual motion machine.
I've
Yeah,
seen
and he just
that.
sticks it in a dryer, and then it just powers the whole neighborhood. Here it is. I found it.
All right,
I'll put
everyone, look.
I'm putting it in the chat. I will
Yes,
post
yes,
this.
everyone look in chat.
I'm gonna post this right now in the meme channel, so you guys have a reference of when I did this.
You're gonna have no idea why it's there until
Nope. Until you listen to this.
you'd listen to this in a few
But once
days
you've
or
listened to this,
however
then you
long.
know. You're in the know.
I've never actually seen this, but that's butter, ain't it?
Yeah, it's butter.
Yeah, it's
that was
butter.
an egg.
Yeah.
So
when I
it's
first saw it.
essentially the thing Richard talked
It is.
about.
It is
only
the
they-
thing. Go. Just
Only they made like a commercial. out of it.
flying horse
video.
energy drink.
Microphones and Monsters is not sponsored by Flying
God.
Horse Energy Drink. For
It's
the
not.
record.
But we could be. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about it at all right now, but if you sponsor us,
He's
it will be my
hand cranking a laundry
favorite
machine.
energy
What?
drink. I'm
I
not
just
watching
noticed
this
that.
meme right now. They are.
I've never heard of
I'm
this
just-
energy drink before.
I'm on the podcast by myself right now. Welcome
Are
to
you?
Steven.
Okay. Because we were watching the video. Okay, we are done. Thank
Yeah,
you
we're
so
done. That
much
was-
for listening, everybody.
We're done. They're not
That
going to
was
let us
fun.
release any more episodes. Stay tuned
I mean-
to the Discord so Adam can just explain the rest of the show to you.
Sorry, guys, but when you reach Mount Everest, where is there else to go?
Back
Flying. Reebok's
Oh, no.
flying
Candy tan.
boots.
Yes.
Space.
The final frontier.
These are the
voyages of a
voyages.
bunch of dumb podcast idiots on the internet. Their mission.
To entertain you
They're
and
not
distract
sure.
you from daily life bullshit. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Enjoy the episode tomorrow or whenever you listen to it sometime in the future. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
Bye.
all. Have a good time.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
We love you.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.